and welcome back to Lindsey's Little Library. So I'm here today with like my end of the year book haul. This is it. This is finishing off 2021 with more books. Anyways, it's okay. It's not that many. Not that many. First one I want to talk about is my new Jodi Picoult book. This is Wishy, We're Here. This follows our main character, Diana, and she has her life planned to a T. And like to a T. Married by 30, done having kids by 35, move out of New York City, suburbs, climb the professional ladder, all of this stuff. It's planned. And she is engaged to what's his name? Or it's just boyfriend. She's not engaged just yet, it says. But she knows that her boyfriend, Finn, who's a surgical resident, is about to propose on their romantic getaway to the Galapagos, days before her 30th birthday, right on time. Let me tell you the date that this book starts out with. Are you ready? Are you ready? March 13th, 2020. So they're supposed to leave and COVID hits, and he is a surgical resident, so he can't go. He needs to stay back, but he's like, you know what, you go. And this is before really anybody knew anything. So she gets to the Galapagos Islands and the island's shut down. And now she's stuck there and knows nobody. And there's a pandemic. And it just sounds crazy. I wasn't sure if I was ready to read this book yet, but we went and actually saw Jodi earlier this month. And just the way that she was describing it, it sounds like, because I was so turned off by Karen Slaughter's book and how really in your face COVID-y it is, where it sounds like this is more not in your face, but just more Jodi style of what would you do in these situations. So I'm excited for it. I'm pretty disappointed by the experience with Jodi when she came. That was my 6th time seeing her, and not great. She kind of insulted the state of Wisconsin. Like, I'm not saying we're perfect. We have our own stuff here, but like she came into the room and kind of, I don't know. It just was weird. It was weird. So I don't know. I may not, it'll take a little bit before I go see her as an author again. I should probably broaden my horizons. But I mean, I'm glad I went. It was just weird, if that makes sense. I don't even know how to describe it. Anybody else was there and you want to talk about it? Because I feel like it was just weird. Anyways, I am excited to read this book. It is signed. So I have that. Then I had to place a book outlet order for some Christmas gifts, and I got 2 other books out of it just for myself, because I did. First one is The Other Misses by Mary Kubica. This one says she tried to run, but she can't escape the other misses. So ever since I read Local Girl Missing by her, I've kind of, my desire to read more Mary Kubica it's shown up. So I saw this on there for pretty cheap, so I picked it up. I don't want to know anything else about it. I like to go into her books pretty blind. And then I'm all kinds of confused because I thought I had another one, but maybe not. I also have We Are Not Like Them by Christine Pride and Joe Piazza. This, my friend Julie gave me this book. This is actually our book club book for January, I think. So it's told from alternating perspectives, which I'm so excited about. We have Jen and Riley have been best friends since kindergarten. As adults, they remain as close as sisters, though their lives have gone in different directions. Jen married young, and after years of trying to finally get pregnant, Riley pursued her childhood dream of being a television journalist and is poised to become one of the first Black female anchors of the top news channel in their hometown of Philadelphia. But the deep connection they share is severely tested when Jen's husband, a city police officer, is involved in the shooting of an unarmed Black teenager. 6 months pregnant, Jen is in free fall as her future, her husband's freedom, and her friendship with Riley are thrown into uncertainty. Covering this career-making story, Riley wrestles with the implications of the tragic incident for her Black community, her ambitions, and her relationship with her lifelong friend. So, sounds absolutely amazing, and sounds like we're gonna have a lot to talk about. Okay, so then, let's see, what did we do next? Oh, my book club had our annual, so every December since we've had this book club going, which I think we're like on year 5 maybe, we do a blind date with a book gift exchange. So everybody buys a book or finds a book or takes a book off their shelf, wraps it up, put a little inscription on it, and then we play a little bit of a game, an exchange game. That's where I did this. I was wondering where I put those notes. So the book I got this year is the Warsaw Orphans by Kelly Rimmer. So excited for this book. We have Spring 1942. Young Elizabeta Rabenek is aware of the swiftly growing discord just beyond the courtyard of her comfortable Warsaw home. She has no fondness for the Germans who patrol her streets and impose their curfews, but has never given much thought to what goes on beyond the walls that contain her Jewish neighbors. She knows all too well about German brutality, and it's the reason she must conceal her real identity. But in befriending Sarah, a nurse who shares her apartment floor, Elizabeth makes a discovery that propels her into a dangerous world of deception and heroism. Okay, so I'm excited to read that. We are actually, for January, we're all going to read the books that we got at the exchange. So I'm really excited to do that one. I got to get to that soon. And then I went on a buying binge. There's a Facebook group called No Shelf Control where people either trade books, trade ARCs, sell books for pretty cheap. I find myself getting stuck in there sometimes. So I have 4 books that I got from there. We have Bromance Book Club by Lisa K. Adams. People cannot stop talking about this as a fantastic read. So, first rule of book club, you don't talk about book club. I'm like, I'm in already. Nashville Legends second baseman Gavin Scott's marriage is in major league trouble. He's recently discovered a humiliating secret. His wife, Thea, has always faked the big O. When he loses his cool at the revelation, it's the final straw on their already strained relationship. Thea asks for a divorce, and Gavin realizes he's let his pride and fear get the better of them. Welcome to the Bromance Book Club. Distraught and desperate, Gavin finds help from an unlikely source, a secret romance book club made up of Nashville's top alpha men. With the help of their current read, a steamy Regency novel, the guys coach Gavin on saving his marriage, but it'll take a lot more than flowery words and grand gestures for this hapless Romeo to find his inner hero and win back the trust of his wife. And it's a series, and I've heard really good things. People have really enjoyed it, so I picked that one up. I got The Radio Operator by Ula Lenz. Harlem, 1930s. By day, Joseph works at a print shop. By night, he enjoys visiting jazz clubs, playing chess, and tinkering with his ham radio. But when World War II begins, his life starts to unravel with major consequences. So, inspired by the incredible life of Joseph Klein, a German immigrant targeted by covert Nazi forces in 1930s New York, comes the stunning story of an ordinary man on the run from wartime espionage and entanglements. I love it that it takes place in New York, and I love it at like the start of everything. It's fantastic. So I picked that one up. I haven't heard anybody else talk about it, so I don't know how it is. And then I have a couple other just kind of random ones that I grabbed too. We have Northern Spy by Flynn Barry. This was a Reese's Book Club pick. Producer at the BBC and mother of a new baby, Tessa is at work in Belfast one day when the news of another raid comes on the air. The IRA may have gone underground in the 2 decades since the Good Friday Agreement, but they never really went away. And lately, bomb threats, security checkpoints, and helicopters floating ominously over the city have become features of everyday life. As the news reporter requests the public's help in locating those responsible for the robbery, security footage reveals Tessa's sister at the scene pulling a black ski mask over her face. That sounds interesting. And then I picked up another Macy Dobbs novel. This one is The American Agent by Jacqueline Winspear. I have a couple of them up here that I've just been kind of collecting as I see them. I don't want to know anything about it because I don't want to spoil anything, but I picked that one up too for, again, fairly cheap on this site. People are trading things. It's a rabbit hole. I'll leave it below if you want in, but you've been warned. So then, of course, I picked more books up at the library because I've actually been enjoying reading my library books lately. I'm shocked. So I got Abby Jimenez's new book, Life's Too Short. This is, I think it's a continuation from the story of the Friend Zone and the Happy Ever After playlist. I'm not sure, so I hesitate reading anything because I don't want to give anything away. But I love Abby Jimenez. I think she writes some really fun books. I have Chevy Stevens' Dark Roads. Another one. Love me some Chevy Stevens. I don't know much about this, but I don't want to know much about this. Cold Creek Highway stretches for 500 miles through rugged wilderness. For decades, young women traveling the road have gone missing. Motorists and hitchhikers, those passing through or living in one of the small towns scattered along the region, have fallen prey time and again, and no killer or abductor who has stalked the highway has ever been brought to justice. I'm sure something's going to happen, and it's going to be great. I have Lisa Unger's Last Girl Ghosted. Again, don't want to know much. Online dating match turns into a deadly cat and mouse game in this riveting, utterly original thriller. Pages feel like really thin, but I picked that one up too. Who read that? Somebody read this recently and liked it. Banda Sisters by Lauren Willig. Again, one I haven't heard of, and it just kind of picked it up. The cover intrigued me, honestly. Determined group of young women from, oh yeah, that's right. I did read this synopsis in the library. Determined group of young women from Smith College risk their lives in France at the height of World War I to bring aid to French villagers in their sweeping novel based on a true story. I just can't get enough historical fiction and thrillers lately. It just is what it is. And then, of course, my book of the month box. I picked up The Holiday Swap by Maggie Knox, which I actually want to read quick before I'm filming this before Christmas. I wouldn't mind getting this read quick before Christmas, but I have to finish the book I'm reading today, hopefully. My mom started this, she likes it, and I think Krista was reading this too, and she's really enjoying it. So I picked that one up. I also picked up another book that's been getting some major talk, A Flickr in the Dark by Stacey Willingham. Chloe Davis was 12. 6 teenage girls went missing in her Louisiana town. By the end of the summer, her own father had confessed to the crimes and was put away for life, leaving Chloe and the rest of her family to grapple with the truth and try to move forward while dealing with the aftermath. Who knows what's going to happen? I don't want to read anymore, but I've heard really good things about that one. And then because I am a Book of the Month BFF, I got to pick one of their like best books of the year finalists, and I picked the only one that I didn't own already, Razorblade Tears by S.A. Cosby. I've heard this is rough, but I'm here for it. A black father, a white father, 2 dead sons, and quest for revenge and redemption. Yes, so picked that one up as well. And then If You Wish Upon a Star, You Might Read Your TBR. I could use that. And then I have some stickers, and oh, those are really cute in the box. And I love that the box says You've Got Great Taste. Yes, Book Outlet, I think I do. Anyways, that is the final book haul for the year. I think that's all of the books that I have on my chair. Now I can clean this off. Start putting things away. I've been slowly rearranging shelves to kind of make things fit a little bit. But if any of these are ones you've read and you think I need to pick them up sooner than later, leave me a comment below. I gotta get to them. Or if there's anything you want me to read and let you know how it is. I'm intrigued by Jodi Picoult's book. I'm not gonna lie about that. I really wouldn't mind getting to this one. This one actually reminds me of a Hallmark movie. Is it What Switched at Christmas? It's got Candace Cameron Bure in it. My friend Lindsey got me into that, and it's actually really cute. But it sounds like this one has 2 sisters who switch places during the holidays and kind of live each other's life. So that's why I'm intrigued. I think it would be cute. So that might be my next plan. Besides that one, if there's one you need me to pick up or you have thoughts on, comment below. Otherwise, like and subscribe and all that fun stuff. And I will see you next time. Bye.